What's the mighty good word, party folk? I'm your Ma High Priest. My name's Armando, chilling up here in good old Denver town. It's still Mars's day for a few more hours, and we are in the middle of the Mars hour. So maybe I was just feeling the energy and I was called back to record a message, and maybe I'm also just buying some time for my hair to dry. Thank you all for being here. I know the messages have become more exalted in the spiritual sense. I am a very spiritual person. I do practice the craft, and I have my own craft. You guys also hear my spiels that I'm a firm believer in God, although I'm not a Christian. I don't abide by like Christian or Judaic religions, but maybe I do honor those religions in my speech. So anyway, thank you all for coming along for the ride. I know the channel is really small, so right now to me it still feels very experimental, and I didn't know. I thought I was just gonna grow a following and learn about myself as well as how to speak to people. And yeah, so thank you all for that. Thank you for coming along for the ride. I'm ever so grateful as always for our energetic exchange, for our connection, for us coming together. And even though we don't know each other, even though we're likely hundreds of miles apart, thousands of miles apart in some cases, and I think that's really cool. Sometimes I feel like I'm just recording myself talk, and I do love to talk a lot. I'm a very quiet person until you get me, and then I'm usually trying to run away because it does become overwhelming. And so I know this timing is very overwhelming, and I don't want to bombard you with even more messages, even though it's somewhat what I'm doing right now. But I just wanted to show my appreciation for your valuable time, you bringing value to the channel, and helping to assert that what I'm doing, even though it is coming along slowly, it suddenly is reaching a peak, and my life has been in that. Is it the crescendo? I was even looking back at my last 5 years, 7 years, which I know I ask you to do that often. So trust that I perform a lot of the exercises that I allude to and suggest to you. I do journal a lot, and I do think deeply. I've been criticized for thinking a lot. So it's fascinating to me coming out of this hermit mode, and I'm not in a rush to come out of a hermit mode, but it becomes really evident, and it takes a serious tone when I look back at what has happened in the last 7 to 8 years. Part of those 8 years, like 3 of those years, began with me leaving Texas in the US and going off to my master's program in New York City, and then ending up here in Denver. And that was about over 5 years ago. And even though I've been like dating, or I'm not sure what to call it, seeing these people, I don't know. I haven't really, I have to admit that I wanted what I wanted in that time, but it's very fleeting, and this channel is not fleeting. And so once again, I honor you I've learned so much from all my friendships and relationships. A lot of the relationships that I've come into here in Denver, especially, they have been the worst. So they have taught me a lot about my shadow and a lot about my desires. And right now, it's almost like all my desires are cold. And I am sort of stripping away a lot of my like embellishments. I'm attempting to use my voice for its to wield power, but also control myself. And so as Neptune comes into Aries, comes into its transit through Aries, as we enter this Aries, all the Aries transits, as Venus embarks on this like prolific new 8-year and then longer cycle, because it being attuned to the larger planetary movements, the social kind of restructuring and rewiring of societies and markets, the way we do things. I all of a sudden have this clarity about my hermit mode in the last 5 years, how I've treated people. I've been really dissociated. And I'm like, I bet people feel really bad about how they treated me, but I don't even think I treated people at all. And so this channel in the last 2 years, it has brought me to see a lot of my selfish perspectives. So I've come along in the last 2 years to realize my voice is really powerful. My knowledge-based wisdom and spiritually based wisdom is cutting. And now I must admit my cunning perseverance. I must admit that to myself, because I don't want to leave you all confused. I know this channel started as more like me getting back into reading cards and my communication styles, and then also my spiritual journey. But now I sense like this elevation. I even write my friends like crazy text messages, like what I tell you guys to meditate and to journal, and then I give them the reasons why. I'm like, our brains are evolving. There are new synapses being made and new connections, synergistic, like physiological connections. I know that was a buttload. That was a lot. Thank you all for being here. I ask that our guides protect us, our guides of the highest, most brilliant light protect us. I was getting a lot of the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower card. The Empress has been here, the Magician, and the Tower card. Perhaps just the Mars, right? Just the Mars hour. Or the Mars day. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to do a quick message. That was a whole spiel about me. Hopefully you can make some little bit of sense out of it. Basically, I'm coming out of hermit mode. So it's exciting for me too. I spent like the last 5 years in this like wind up. Anyway, yeah, protection is a big deal. Cleansing, protecting your religion, like not based on fundamental, so not fundamentalist schools of thought. So like not church or not a specific sect of Christianity or Judaism, anything like that. Like I'm not talking about like a particular Islamic, Judaic, or Christian sect. I'm talking about your core beliefs and how you're standing up for them, how your fight is more so to determine your next steps and not so much to prove to others your value. It's about understanding your value and how you will promote your skills or your knowledge, or whether you want to rest, whether you're going into a hermit mode, whether you're spiritually ascending, and whether your Kundalini rising activation is happening. It's about setting up safeguards, right? So I'm using Marcella Kroll's Dreamers Tarot. I just wanted to give y'all a quick inspirational message about how to stay protected. Wow, we have Dreamer of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups. So undoing, untangling, because of the retrogrades, especially Venus and Mercury retrograde. You want to start anew. You are also creating new through seeking new emotional fields. Okay, so anyone that's not I guess apt or plays a role in loving you and how you love you, it's almost like they're teaching you automatically in their deliberate treatment of you, of maybe even mistreatment. You're able to acknowledge what you're no longer going to put up with, and what you're going to guard yourself against, or also not even pertaining to anything that is a fight against another. This is about the fight for you to move forward. Remember that. So the basis being the moon in Sagittarius, meaning the journey seems long. The journey at times may seem trivial, may seem too romantic, maybe too marked by experiences in relationships. But all of a sudden it is marked by knowledge, either if you are disposed or in disposition to take on new programs. Was I talking about how my spirituality includes like my own religion is encompassing of a lot of different, like the craft and my own magical craft and my meditation, my yoga. So that's what this Dreamer of Cups is doing here. How are you elevating in your spiritual accord, and like, what is your spiritual stance? What is your are your emotions covered by spirit? Are you free from entanglement? Are you free from the emotional like turmoil, right? Because with the Nine of Wands next to the Queen of Cups, Cancer and Gemini, there's a struggle to move on, to create magic, to create space for learning, to create space for true manifestation. Two of Cups, that's the general vibration, is coming to you, coming to honor you. Wheel of Fortune. The wheel. Okay. And so how has your retrograde been? How did your month of March go? Full of choices. Yeah, people coming back in, at least into your mind, or you thinking a lot about the other. Wow. The twins, the Lovers card, Gemini. Okay, you're here. So hopefully Queen of Cups, Cancer, Gemini, right? Moon in Sag, Earth signs, Gemini. Hopefully you are looking at you, not at how the other person is going to fulfill this aspect of you, not how others mirror you, but how your true essence mirrors your real mundane self, your day-to-day self, and how that also signals to you what paths to unravel, what paths to go towards. Because with the moon in Sag, it's like you've garnered enough strength, a little bit beat up, but you know, instead of going that way, you're going to go a different direction. So it's, are you making space for it? Wow, Two of Cups. Okay, so are you making space for it? Eight of Pentacles. Little by little, you're seeing your work pay off in rewards, small rewards. So those that follow that breadcrumb from God, from the universe, from the planets, that you are performing this dance rightfully, more attuned to you, more attuned to your higher conscious and your higher self. Okay. So understanding the shadow, the twin, choosing yourself regardless of how entangled you are, but choosing yourself to undo, untangle, knowing where you didn't set up or where you missed that mark of setting up boundaries. So now working to, for now, even like, it's not about patching up, but it's about putting down the draw, putting down the fight. Wow, Judgment. Okay. Because you know that whatever's happening around you, you can't avoid it. Okay. Nothing is seemingly the same. Okay. Things are starting to appear different. And so your lifestyle choices are changing, your way of coming into reality. Either you're seeking, coming into the new reality, you're seeking healership, you're seeking healers, you're seeking to heal from these bad relationships. Right now, Venus is putting that spotlight. Two of Cups. What is that? Moon in Cancer. Wow. Okay. And then we have Judgment. Okay. So where do you stand now? Wow. Why? We have the Sun and the Tower. So it's definitely about you. Maybe power you didn't know you were generating is about to come out, or the power you have been generating through this judgment call, through you coming back to you, choosing yourself, undoing, untangling, putting up boundaries, practicing how your boundaries are keeping you moving forward, going towards what you want, keeping your baby safe. So your baby can be your project, your new idea to take this class, or your new path that leads you to practice your craft better, or become better at your craft, just practicing in general. We also have a healing, right? We have the healer, we have the Eye of Horus, and that mirror self. So knowing that your gifts, although they are not all tangible, right? Like some of us may not have the most money in the bank. It's okay. It's almost like the currency right now is just that, is like how fast are you moving away from the traditions, right? How well are you maintaining your emotional well-being as well as your physical well-being, and how slow are you moving now, so that you can shine, so that your light is emitted, so that you're coming into new spaces, so that you are fair in you moving away from bad relationships. Okay, if that means you have to maintain your poker face. Okay, there we go. We just needed a thumbnail. You and your power, again. Leo, the sun, okay, Aries, and then we have Mars. So Mars, Aries, Mars, Scorpio. Digging deep and not shying away from this, right? But watch the temperament, watch how you react, watch how you act. Behavioral changes, right? Judgment means, hey, this could all be very temporary because the tower is fast. The sun is like, finally I'm free. Do some of y'all feel, I feel a sense of like liberation even through all the like commotion and politics. Anyway, I didn't want to take up too much of your time. I mainly wanted to, unfortunately, talk about myself, but talk more about the channel, what the personal changes that I'm going through in my spiritual like activations mean for the channel. And I know like I can be a goofball, but the messages are getting very deep. Okay. I try to keep some practicality, some practical advice, but God always steps in, right, to offer you healing. Like, maybe my voice isn't really about face value. Maybe my voice is meant to activate and cause a stirring, right? Okay. Venus in Aries. Okay. Yes, please leave that behind. Go on to your new project. Honor the new family you're creating. Your new family can be a new soul tribe, a new friendships, new groups where you will land. Some of us are already landing. Some of us are intuitively moving towards declaring our space, and what that means. When you declare space, it means you created room for your psychic notions and ideas to become actually psychic development. Okay, so working on your craft could be part of this elevation in time. Neptune really asking you to move in that emotionally, psychically attuned vibration. Oh my God, Queen of Swords, yes. Very little to say, especially when it comes to old relationships here with the Dreamer of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the twins, the lovers. Okay, Libra, Gemini, and then we have a lot of Gemini. We have a lot of clarity in the mind about bad, good, doesn't matter, whatever type of relationship, and really becoming really cutthroat, not in how you're going to speak, but how you're going to continue to move forward, even if some people seem to be out of sync, out of alignment. You are in alignment with not being held. Okay, not being tricked. Why judgment though? Oh my God, look, forgiveness, self-forgiveness, acceptance. All of you, I know a lot of you have been working on self-forgiveness. Ho'oponopono is like such an intense, such a real like technique. And I told you guys have been commenting about it. Thank you, all the love. And then my clients too email me about it. So here you are in your Pisces nature to leave it all behind except for your true essence, which is love, which is flowing in love. And that's not a like, woo. It's like, how am I going to make it through? Well, if I take care of myself, my body, and my physical, my mental state any way possible, we can open up to manifesting choices or manifesting relief. Okay, Page of Cups, relief. Ace of Cups, relief. We can call to the universe to ask for assistance, and then in turn the universe points us this way. Hey, do you need to ask for assistance from this person, that system, that entity? Okay, if they're not available anymore, how are we going to come to the next availability? It's not about opportunity. It's about knowing where to go, what to do, who to ask. It's temporary. Okay. It really is about you appearing differently, and we are all going through like karma. So even if you are without your partner, even if you're without money, even if you had money and then you've lost it, it's all so fast, and it's meant to propel this emotional field to not rely on emotions that wind us up or keep us stuck. It's relying on emotional flow and allowing emotions to be fleeting, allowing you to move with emotions, but not suppose that they are your telltale sign as far as when to stop. Okay. Wow. Moon in Taurus. So that's in what, 30 days, less than. Okay. The moon is currently in another fixed sign, Aquarius, before it goes into Pisces, and then the new moon in Aries. Wow. Okay. Again, following God's breadcrumb, not following your ex or your situation or that bad relationship, right? Now truly seen, Queen of Swords and the Mystic of Swords, that the Mystic of Swords is the King of Swords. You see fairly standing apart, in you standing apart, and you taking time out. You see now where God is leading you. You see now where others have misled you. How can we close this out? Wow, earth power, groundwork, the Lord of the root of earth, the Lord of the power of the earthly power. Okay, grounded power. Here's Sun in Aries, 3 of Wands, and then we have Sun in Capricorn. Okay, you have declared that through self-forgiveness, through acceptance. Okay, in this karmic shift, in you honoring exactly what is at hand, especially as far as your karma, brings you to a more stable self. It brings you to declare sanction state in your how you're going to wow. you're not going back to do it the same. You're regaining your practical, clear sense of being, but also honoring what is happening on earth, whether it's a vibrational spiritual sensation or whether it's healing, whether you sense that the earth is healing you, whether the times that we're going through it all for you may mean return to a stable, conscious, not low effort, but an effort that isn't requiring overwhelming burnout. Okay, you've healed, you've come out of that. Saturn in Libra, you know you want better relationships, and so you know how to perform in them. Wow. Here we have the Lover's card, Gemini, once again, okay? And we were talking about Libra and Gemini as the kind of overall vibration. And then here, the Sun in Virgo meets us once again. It's all about how you're chipping away one by one, little by little, recovering by noticing the breadcrumb trail set up by God, by the universe, for you to come into a rooted, earthly, powerful stance, no longer allowing others to drain you, drain your essence, okay? It might be small, but this is on a bigger scale. If we're all going through this, it's not small, okay? I'll give it at that. Dare I? It's past curfew. But we're going to ding the fork, okay? Thank you all so much. May you have a wonderful April. May you have a wonderful end to this month of March. I foresee a lot of the same, but now having gone through these motions in March, April will start to pick up the pace, right? More equipped to handle all the tower moments. Not trying to scare you at all, but what a beautiful tower moment. Okay, the all watchful eye maybe does not have a basis anymore. Maybe now it's your healing eye, right? That meets others halfway. Okay, perhaps that's a stylistic lifestyle shift. In all fairness, in all due respect, this is for you, for your sovereignty, whether you're coming into a moment of solace and hermit, or whether you're coming out of that like yours truly. Okay, I'll see you around the block, and feel free to book me, feel free to contact me, feel free to email me, feel free to provide suggestions on a name change, because I think I'm done with the mile part of High Priest. But naturally, I'm giving into the High Priest part. Thank you all so much. All the love, all the love, all the love. Nothing but love, okay? All the love to surround you. Thank you so much. Stick around. Subscribe. Thank you. Ciao.